Just one comment. I'd just like to say thank you. I learned a lot here because I was getting the impression that audit committees were becoming a burden. There was too much to do. Well, it doesn't look like it, does it? It's oversight, accountability, and it's a job that can be done. Thank you.
Leander, if I can, though, respond to the one point around having meetings for 2.5 hours. I think one of the ways of improving to that extent is making sure that the reporting formats are defined. You see, if you take, and again from experience in terms of having witnessed it, you find that you've got a report in your audit committee pack. When the internal auditor gives his feedback, he doesn't go to the significant issues, he simply reads what's in the pack. Now you ask yourself whether that's being effective as an audit committee. So I think what is vitally important in terms of trying to cut that time is to make sure that the reporting formats are actually defined and making sure the appropriate things are actually reported and accounted through to the audit committee. I think that's where the lacking has been over the last couple of years, and I think as a country we're making tremendous progress along those lines of making sure that we monitor, track, and more importantly report the right things.
Just before you close, Chair, you might have noticed here that we have also limited under general. That's another way of running an effective meeting, where audit committee members or invitees as well, they don't come to the meeting and have a long list of under general, because audit committee members need to think through issues, you need to see papers, there should be a process that is followed. That's why even the agenda is circulated 3 weeks before so that everybody can contribute. If you have not contributed, not unless there's something really urgent, but under normal circumstances, reduce general. Some chairman best practice, they don't even go to general. Thank you.
Thank you.
If I could perhaps just add to that, although there may not necessarily be minutes of the pre-meetings, all the topics that are discussed at the pre-meetings are normally incorporated in the reports that are presented anyway.
Sure.
So the more detailed the reports are, the better as well, because then everybody is prepared and everybody has the same knowledge.
Ladies and gentlemen, we don't want to detain you further. On behalf of Transformation Limited, can I thank Mitesh, Gerard, Neil, Babalwa, Neo, Vishnu, Shine, and Annameri. Thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. We will be available to respond to any matters that you wish to discuss further with us. And the chair of Nkonki is also here. So on behalf of all of us, we'd like to thank you for your interest. And we trust that you will take away some ideas from this afternoon session that you can put into practice. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Can I request the panel to just remain seated while we do our final proceedings of the conference? Okay. The question was asked yesterday to the ability of an audit committee to function effectively, considering all of the requirements, all of the statutory requirements that need to be addressed. And the simulation today, I can make certain, has shown that this can be effectively conducted. To our audience, we'd like to apologize that other delegates had to leave early due to flights, due to obviously flight arrangements that they had made. What we would like to promise is that at the next audit committee conference, we would actually set the simulation, audit committee simulation, slightly earlier, either on day 1 or the beginning of day 2, for it to have high impact and for us to have a full house in terms of this learning. What I'd like to end with is, guys, wow, was that not powering for effectiveness? Really, the Simulated Audit Committee has definitely laid a platform where we can actually cross-learn from each other. Wasn't that the theme of this Audit Committee conference? Powering for effectiveness. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Audit Committee panel for their contribution and participation. And as a token of appreciation, as your participation in the conference, we'd like to hand out gifts to you. And again, I request kindly do remain seated while we do the vote of thanks. I'd like to call upon Nerai Muzuruwetu to conduct the vote of thanks.